So how did you want to start it with the I'm
Just
recording.
just kind of talk to the people and just be like, hey guys, normally we don't do this, but it's Super Weekend, so we got to give you guys a quick little mini pod. This is Al and I discussing it. Enjoy the game.
Well, why didn't you just did it? So let's just leave it at that. Why would I have to? We're co-hosts. You just said
Okay.
exactly what we need to say. So here's the mini pod, and now I'm just doing summary of what you just said. So yeah, here it is. This is our these are our thoughts on the Super Bowl. So let's just quickly little Super Bowl. Who do you got? Who do you think is going to win this game, or do you think it'll be a tie?
I'm actually going for a tie. No, I can you
Can I
bet
can I
against
throw
Tom
can I
Brady
throw
anymore?
can I throw something at you?
Please.
So everybody thinks this is my latest theory. It's a fan theory, as I'm learning from my comic book cohorts. Um, Remember the Super Bowl used to be the big game with all the media and the whole world was watching, and it was so much different than the rest of the season that I think people did look at it, players did look at it as a completely different game. And I'm not saying that it is somewhat different, but players have their own mouthpieces now, their own bullhorns. They have the Twitter feeds. They're their own brands. They're out there. All the games are televised for the entire country all the time. And as big as the Super Bowl is, I don't think it's the same jump as it was 10, 20 years ago. You might have been a completely unknown person going into the Super Bowl. Now you have been in the media, you've been in the spotlight. You might be a person who gains the spotlight from it. You're going to be nervous at the beginning. You're probably nervous for every game. Even Belichick said, I'm a little bit nervous in every game. But you might be more nervous this time. But you get playing, and you know how that is. You do a stand-up set. We go on television. You might start out a little nervous. You get into it. You get going, and there it is. And I just don't think it's that big because people are saying the Patriots and the experience, and it could be, but because of the way the league and the playoffs are structured now, I don't think it's anywhere near as big of a jump as it used to be. So that's why I think the
Interesting.
Rams have a really great shot.
Well, on paper, the Rams are more talented.
Yeah.
But I mean, the way New England plays now, they don't have a lot of threats on the outside, so they are going to kind of come at you in a phone booth. And Tom Brady is so accurate. I mean, the only thing and you remember back to the Strahan Giants that beat that 17-0 Patriots team. What the one way to beat those Patriots is you come right up that gut. Strahan, OCU, Manure, I forgot all the guys that were on that team. Those guys, the Patriots could not block them, and Tom Brady didn't have time to throw. The entire game, I think, rests on Sue and Donald getting pressure up the middle. If they can get pressure up the middle and distract Brady, put him on the ground a couple times, for as much as he's Tom terrific and all
And
that
he hasn't
stuff,
been on the ground at all
he hasn't been
lately.
on the ground at all. So just like Ndamukong Suh landing on you 3 times, you're not going to be the same guy for the rest of the game. You're not. And so if they can get to him early and just make him feel that rush, I think they do have a chance. But if he marches down the field, it's 14-0 before they know what's going on. I think it could be. I don't know if the Pats have the explosiveness to blow them out, but I think the Rams do. I think the Rams. I mean,
Yes.
no one saw that Atlanta game coming 2 years ago. Where the Atlanta, I mean, if Atlanta just plays a normal second half, I mean, we're not talking about this
But
Patriots
the
team in
the
this way.
Patriots also play the game to make it close. The game
Yes,
is that's how they play the game. They don't play to blow you out. They feel everybody out. It's a boxer. It's a boxing match. It's what are you doing? Okay, I see what you're doing. And now we're going to turn it on. We need a couple things to go our way. A lot of times they do. I'm not saying that illegally or anything like that, but you need a couple of things to break your way. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and it seems to be they get enough of them. And what? Then you're there. But they play to, because what are they? They can compete and they can function, and in game situations, important situations, they operate as a machine, and they hope that you don't.
And yeah, you're right.
That's the discipline. And I love the story, the Rams. I think it's great. I think that the young genius coach, the old school genius coach, we'll see what happens, because I have no idea. If I was going to pick one, I'll pick the Patriots on here, because I'll probably pick the Rams somewhere else. That's what I do. I just
just hedge your bets and then push out whichever one you were right on social media.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think the thing that's lost about the Patriots really quickly, I know we got to wrap, but just the fact that they do something, and they kind of remind me a little bit of, this is a strange analogy, of those Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Ben Wallace, Tayshaun Prince kind of Detroit Pistons, in that they have these parts that fit, and they have these lineups that they can throw at you. It's like when you play the Giants, it's like, we got to contain Odell, we got to contain Shepard, we can't let Eli get going, we got to get that running back Saquon before he gets out of the backfield. My daughter could tell you that. With the Patriots, Frank, if you had to put your life on the line, it doesn't. Would you be completely shocked if the Patriots came out and ran the ball 12 times in a row? Would you be completely shocked if James White doesn't touch the ball the entire first quarter, and then they throw 6 straight swing passes to him in the second quarter? You don't know what they could come out in a triple tight end formation and run a bootleg with Brady. They just have these weird pieces. It's almost like an amorphous blob that it's like, okay, we see that they're coming. We have this package in. And then the next thing you know, they bring in Rex freaking Burkhead, and they're running the ball like the 95 Cornhuskers.
You don't know what they're going to – that's the thing. You don't know. And the Rams, in the last game, Todd Gurley wasn't even a factor and was on a stationary bike for most of the game. It was odd. It's really weird. I think it's a fun game. I hope it's close. I think it'll be close. It's the Patriots. They're almost always close. So –
right.
I'm looking forward to it. We need to do something, if not that day, we need to do a wrap up and see if we were both 100% right on our non-picks.
Okay. All right. And I'm going to text you because I'm a big props guy. I hit 19 of my 22 props last year.
Oh, you did? Really?
Yeah. And you know what prop I didn't hit? I didn't bet because I have a soul. As I was at the game, but there was a prop that will a player be concussed?
Oh,
and I was like, I can't. How could you put money on it? In the third play of the game, Brandon Cooks got KO'd by Jenkins. And I remember looking, I was like, I would feel like a scumbag if I won money while somebody's unconscious on the ground.
I couldn't do that. You know? I couldn't do that. My conscience wouldn't let me do it. I'd have somebody else put the money down, but
unless it was plus 500, then I might go for it.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
What are you not sure about?
That is so, dude. I don't know. That was my Facebook portal. And if anybody ever wonders if the internet is listening, the Facebook portal just started talking to me. It's hearing all of that.
How great is that? I'm gonna start going Alex Jones on it. What is going on? Are you in the CIA Facebook portal? Are you part of the CIA? All right.
The answer is yes.
Yes, the answer is always yes. It's like in Batman when Morgan Freeman's like, I can't be a part of this.
That's I think that's a good note to end on.
All right. Yeah. Morgan Freeman's voice is a good note to end on. And button. Hey, don't forget, subscribe to the podcast. Click like at their likes. I don't even know. I don't understand what we're doing. The AlanFrank.com gives you all the information. Alan Frank, try to be serious. Like I said, at the beginning, the very beginning of the pre-show, we will be stepping up the social media soon as we're gaining this audience, which is going very well so far. Thank you for everybody who is listening and participating.
Appreciate y'all.
Yes, and we will try to get to more of your questions and thoughts as well. So Alan Frank, trytobeserious.com, or if you want to do really easily, alanfrank.com, and we're that on all the various social media stuff. And thank you very much. We'll talk after the Super Bowl, and that'll be our next one.
I'm gonna miss you.
Don't miss. We'll be texting back and forth.
Okay. All right. Love you, buddy.
All right. Love you too.